Tonight, the governor is promising measures to try to reduce gun violence across California. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Meebeck.
And I'm Julie Hayner. The governor paid a visit to Half Moon Bay today after visiting yesterday with families of victims of the mass shooting in Southern California over the weekend. In total, at least 25 people have been killed in mass shootings in California since the start of the year. That is defined as shootings where 4 people are wounded or killed. A family of 6 was killed on January 16th in Goshen in the Central Valley. All of them were shot inside a home. Law enforcement officers believe that the shooting may have been gang-related. The killer in that case still has not been found. 11 people were killed in Monterey Park, east of Los Angeles, on Saturday night during a Lunar New Year celebration. The suspected gunman was on the run for several hours before authorities found him. He then turned the gun on himself.
Yesterday, 7 people were killed in Half Moon Bay. 1 person was hurt. Investigators say they are still trying to identify all of those who were killed. And later in the evening, 1 person was killed and 4 others were hurt in a shooting in the city of Oakland where a music video was being filmed. KTVU's Greg Lee reports on how the governor says the shootings are taking a toll on him.
I'm damn sick and tired of this stuff. I'm sick of this. I don't want to ever see this again.
Governor Gavin Newsom angry and frustrated, speaking after another mass shooting in California. The governor spending the afternoon in Half Moon Bay meeting with community members, first responders, and families of the 7 people shot and killed Monday.
We have your back, and we're here not just today, tomorrow, but we're here for the long haul.
Newsom joined local leaders, San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus and the FBI, as the investigation continues in what the sheriff calls an act of workplace violence. The governor getting the call while meeting with victims from the Monterey Park mass shooting.
The trauma and the damage, the devastation is felt for generations in some cases. Communities being torn asunder, no one feeling safe.
The state's latest mass shooting again leading to calls from local, state, and national lawmakers who want to see more gun safety laws. California, home to some of the nation's strongest laws, but facing legal challenges for its ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
Shame on them, and shame on those that allow and perpetuate that to be rewarded politically. Shame on them. Shame on these judges that are rolling back the laws that we've established in the state of California. Shame on them. You deserve better.
Newsom and Half Moon Bay officials also calling attention to the conditions some of these migrant workers were living in here and statewide.
Now it's been exposed how our farm worker community is living, the living conditions. Let's not ignore that. The mental health support that they need, let's not ignore it.
The elected officials praising the way the communities come together through tragedy, a tragedy that's left an indelible mark on this coastal town.
This incident has changed our history of Half Moon Bay. We never thought it was going to happen in our community, our beautiful community, our coastal community, but it happened.
As for the migrant workers who witnessed these acts of violence, San Mateo County is providing income replacement and has put them up in hotels while they process this grief with the rest of the community. In Half Moon Bay, Greg Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.